Welcome back. This is the North edition of the Property Show. And one property market in the north of India that's attracted a lot of investor interest and of course speculation is Mohali. Has that trickled into returns for investors? Are residential users making a wise choice buying a home in Mohali? Team NDTV traveled to Mohali to understand from local developers and the administration why Mohali is worth a look for property seekers. Mohali is Punjab's modern new address. It's a city on the move with a fast-changing urban landscape inviting you to set up home here. The conservative catchment of the Tri-City area is waking up to such contemporary housing and gated complexes. Punjabis, always known for good living, are now becoming conscious about fine living. And that's being reflected in the kind of homes developers are customizing for the catchment of Mohali. There are colleges like the ISB and many research institutes in the city, and the young are now finding their employment goals met within Mohali. There is the under-construction IT city and corporate parks home to top companies. Mohali is also soon to have its first neighborhood mall within city limits.
We have a cinema, which is 5-screen. That's going to be the first cinema in Mohali. There's no cinema, no mall within the radius of 7 kilometers or so. Max Fashion Landmark Group has taken the space for the fashion anchor and the right kind of brands that the catchment demands.
While all this plays out in the background, Mohali's housing market has witnessed plenty of action. Residential projects totaling over 90 are spread across the heart of Mohali, which enjoys proximity to the new international airport. But homes in Mohali are not selling at the pace that developers would like. It's a case of oversupply and placing bets on a location too prematurely.
Average price range, this started off with about 3,000 rupees a square feet, and at the moment it's hovering somewhere around 5,500 to 6,000 rupees a square feet for an apartment, I would say. Plots started off with 10,000 rupees a square yard, and at the moment they're hovering at about 15,000 rupees a square yard. So they're not much of an appreciation because time frame is, I would say, good about 5 to 6 years time. But because developers also didn't finish their projects in time and it was a slow market, so all these factors have, I think, added up for an investor to be a little shying away.
The story is similar with Mohali's peripheral Khadar-Landra Banu Road that has over 50 residential projects. Here the inventory overhang stands at a cold 44 months. We are standing here at the Khadar Banu Road, which till a few years back was the hotspot for real estate investments in Mohali. Today, however, there is a supply glut in this property market, and much of the turmoil has been precipitated by some of North India's biggest developers who failed to deliver their projects on time. The other reason for the slump on the Khadar Banu Road is because Mohali sectors have no internal connectivity to this highway. But Gamada assures it's a work in progress.
Some roads which are leading to Khadar, Banu Landra, that is under construction. Part of it is under acquisition. Recently, we have announced the award for acquisition of some of the parcels. So I am hopeful that in next maybe 6-7 months, 2 vertical roads which will be connecting Mohali to Landra Road will be through.
Meanwhile, Mohali's developers are repackaging their sales strategy.
काफ़ी मेजर डाइकोटमी है यहाँ पे. आज अगर हम 4,250 में बेच रहे हैं या 4,050 में पर स्क्वायर फुट बेच रहे हैं, तो ऐसे भी बिल्डर्स हैं हमारे ही आसपास में जो 5,500, 6,500 में बेच रहे हैं. ये जो एक मिस मैच है, ये डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता कि हमने वैल्यू फॉर मनी प्रोवाइड करनी है कस्टमर को. तो उसके चलते हमने प्राइसेस बहुत रीजनेबल रखे हैं, अपने प्रॉफिट मार्जिन बहुत लो रखे हैं.
Mohali's new sectors are not all living ready. Roads and essential civic services are still 1 to 2 years away. Today's sectors around the new international airport are a priority with the state government. And so the Aero City and the adjoining residential region will lead the revival in interest in real estate of Mohali. With camera person AJ Joseph, Vasudha Sharma, NDTV. Sameer, do you think the big developers who have projects on the Khadar Banu Road and other sectors of Mohali, they have added to the whole slowdown and the sentiment drop in Mohali because they haven't delivered their projects and buyers are just too scared to venture into the market?
You see, it's a combination of multiple factors. A, the economy not doing too well. B, that an oversupply situation getting created with everybody launching their projects at the same time. We do follow a herd mentality over here.
But what was so exciting about the Kharabanu road? I mean, we visited that
kind
road.
of,
It's a narrow highway, no social infrastructure. What made these north developers so excited about this location?
I think you know, these decisions were taken when FDI real estate opened up in India, and there were hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that flew in, and you know, that time we were basing our valuations on the kind of land bank that we owned, and we were projecting that land bank to be 8x and 10x in value, and that's how companies were getting valued. So for them to be able to create that valuation, they had to go about acquiring land banks. And since tier 1 cities don't offer such big land banks, tier 2 cities were being steamrolled, and everybody was just on a buying spree, and that's why you see so many big developers owning so much land in these
mega townships,
in these small tier 2 cities, and now they are holding, you know, they're not being able to sell, and it's a huge huge problem on their balance sheet at this point in time.